both a clinician and a scientist, and my job is becoming increasingly complicated. And that's because the data that I'm dealing with, whether that be on a patient level or on a research level, is becoming more and more complicated. And you really need to be able to handle, to store, and to integrate large data sets to make the right clinical decision or to answer the right research question. So Harmony is EHA's first expedition into big data, and I think it is important for us to capture in our complicated specialty the data that we have, and then to be able to analyze it properly so that we can make the right clinical decisions and research decisions for our patients. Hematology is getting very, very complicated. We have all of the genetics about these diseases that we had put into, 6 or 7 large categories. When we break them down with the genetics, we have almost every patient being slightly different. So we have to capture across huge numbers of patients the complexity of the diseases. That means collaboration, that means sharing our data, that means bringing it together and analyzing it in a uniform way. Harmony is exactly trying to do that across the whole of Europe, and it will benefit patients because of that ability to bring together these data sources. It would be a readily available resource for the hematology community to help to answer these big questions. People would want to put their data into it, but the payback would be that they would be able to use the analytical skills, and they would be able to use some of the confederated data from elsewhere to try and answer their specific question, whether that be to help to treat an individual patient or to answer a more complex biological problem. Even in the largest institute, you will not have enough data to answer the questions that you want. It's very important that we share not only data, but we also share the ability to analyze that data, and that will then allow us the large numbers of patients to really get to questions quicker. We could potentially answer these questions, but it would take us years and perhaps decades if we remain siloed. If we have the data that's available across Europe, we can answer similar questions in perhaps 6 months or a year. So it's really about maximizing the data that's out there and bringing it to patient benefit much, much sooner. That collaboration is a good thing. It brings people together. It can be great fun. And I think that Harmony and data sharing are an example of how we can all work together to get quicker to where we want.